can I please ask that those of you that are able to do so, please stand for the arrival of the procession. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this very special occasion, which is always an important day for the university, but clearly a very important landmark in all of your lives. So I hope you enjoy the ceremony that is about to follow, and I now declare the congregation open.
It is a pleasure to welcome you to this ceremony to celebrate the achievements of our students as they graduate from Keele. The ceremony today provides us with an opportunity to recognise the amazing efforts, hard work and determination that it takes to get a university degree, and to celebrate everything that our students have achieved during their time at Keele. Graduates, you graduate today having completed a vital step in your professional career. A deep knowledge of your specific subject area is essential, but the other skills that you have acquired are just as important. In particular, the professional behaviours that you have learned, as well as the ability to work with other professions that will form part of the multidisciplinary teams that you are part of in the future. As a country, we have just celebrated the 75th anniversary of the NHS. You may have spent a lot of time in the NHS as part of your programme, and you will have seen what a fantastic asset this is, even with the challenges that currently exist. We are very proud of our relationship with multiple health and social care partners across both teaching and research, and of the many thousands of Keele-trained professionals working in the NHS and other organisations, caring for the nation every day. At Keele, we are always very proud of our students and alumni, but the respect that we have for you all here today is even greater than normal because of the unprecedented challenges that you faced in your education journey as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. The challenges you overcame have shaped you all into the remarkable people you are today. To the family and friends joining us today, you have also been an important part of the progress of our students, and I'm sure that you too are also brimming with pride. Before we go any further, I'd like to thank you all for the support that you have given to the students who are about to graduate. There'll be an opportunity to celebrate further after your ceremony at our graduation festival, to which all graduates and their guests are invited. So please do head over to Keele Hall afterwards for complimentary refreshments, food and entertainment. So on behalf of all the colleagues in your school and faculty, Many congratulations on this major achievement in your life. We're so excited about what you'll achieve next.
Graduands, please stand. Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I present to you these candidates who have been found worthy to be admitted to the degrees for which they have been awarded. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, creative community groups as catalysts for health and well-being, an ethnographic study of arts participation in Stoke-on-Trent, UK. Jeanette Fanthong. Hot and Bitter Tears, Xin Xuan Lei, an inquiry into Chinese migrants' experiences of undocumented status. Helen Machin. Statistical Methods for Prognostic Factor and Risk Prediction Research. Rebecca Whittle. Assessing the impact of comorbidity measures on outcomes following acute coronary syndrome. Fangwan Zhang. For the degree of Master of Philosophy, using Twitter to mobilize knowledge for first contact physiotherapists, a qualitative study. Laura Campbell. The association between gout and psychological comorbidity, results from a prospective cohort study. Jordan Higgs. For the degree of Master of Arts, Nangai Ajahan. Emma Bartlett. Heather Boniface. Katie Churton. Eleanor Hammond. For the degree of Master of Science, Omolola Arowolo. Mercy Donikwame. Diane George. For the degree of postgraduate diploma, Claire Ashworth. Rufa Mushtaq. For the degree of Master of Philosophy and Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, developing tools for intersite transport of brain tissue models in tissue engineering research. Bushra Kabiri. The management of varices in acute on chronic liver failure. A systematic review of guidelines and investigation of local practice. Salmina Kasavan. for the degree of Master of Research and Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery. Chundana Najara. Shivang Shastri. For the degree of Master of Science and Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, Janat Diliweo. Emily Hall. Dean Khalil. Harpal Patel. Zara Zachariah. For the degree of Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery. Basant Abdel Fadil. Rachel Acker. Zara Adil. Asma Ahmad. Khadija Ahmed. Mina Al-Safar. Deborah Albert. Faiza Amanji. Siwa Amin. Anisa Awan. Mohammed Azam. Orealua Bakare. Anitha Balaskanda Raja. Phoebe Bambry. Archie Baxter. Bryony Bowman. Andrew Briscoe. Amara Burani. Ross Carrier. Tia Cassell. Bryony Chamberlain. Meng Chan. Malika Chima. Daniela Chris Cuye. Georgina Cooper. Mustafa Dashti. Jaman Deng. Ruth Denholm. Kamal Dawal. Catherine Dobbs. Laura Donnelly. Paris Doshi. Jessica Duffy. Peru Edmondson. Anastasia Efstathiou. Chloe Fairbrother. Hamza Fedar. Thomas Felton Hunt. Andre Ferreira. Peter Fitzroy. Lucy Gallier. Benjamin Galton. Emily Gibson. Thomas Greenwood. Stephanie Griffiths. Bethany Gook. Helmi Halme. Charlotte Haig Roberts. William Hennessy. Daniel Hearn. Abigail Hughes. Whitney Ehenachor. Amina Islam. Mariam Islam. Anjali Jackson. Layla Jackson. Marfam Jafarpour. Gerbag Kang. Samuel Kavanagh. Shannon Kelly. Fahad Khan. Kevin Koshi. Victoria Kowalska. Emma Lawrence. Mark Leach. Okay, now we're going to pause for a moment and, being completely open with you, I'm almost certainly going to get upset during this, but that's okay. So we're going to pause because I'm going to say a few words before the presentation of Claire Lamming's posthumous MBCHB to her mother, brother and best friend. Now, I feel very honoured to be speaking about Claire, and when doing this, I'm speaking on behalf of the staff who knew, respected and very much liked Claire, and who are with me in spirit as I speak about her. I really want to talk about the impact Claire had on us as students and on us as staff at the medical school, to celebrate that impact and encourage us all never to let go of the example Claire set us. I've been very deeply moved by how staff, students, graduates and former staff have responded over the months since Claire died. The level of grief has been profound, and the way you have supported each other, including students supporting staff as well as vice versa, has been deeply moving for me. The kindness and generosity of spirit that Claire exemplified have been evident throughout these few months. For me, it's evidence of the impact Claire had on us all. I've revisited all that staff and students have written about Claire and want to draw out just 3 themes. Firstly, Claire's passion and aptitude for medicine and how she supported her fellow students shines through what I've read. Some of you may recognise your words. Some of the comments have included a kind and thoughtful person who is passionate about medicine and helping others. It was clear that Claire had an incredible passion for medicine. She was dedicated and approached everything with enthusiasm and positivity. She was a kind, intelligent and caring individual who always put her patients first. It was clear through the teaching sessions that she had a strong passion to learn, grow and to help her colleagues do the same. So that's the first theme. Secondly, her extraordinary kindness was always evident to all of us who knew her, and one of her colleagues summed this up very eloquently when she wrote, "She was gentle and kind and has done more to help people in her life than most ever do. The world is better for her part played in it." So, I want to conclude by highlighting Claire's legacy and how she can inspire many of us to think about how we live our lives. 2 final comments from her fellow students. She was a genuine inspiration to those who knew her. I feel lucky to have known such a lovely person. And the fantastic contributions she made and the impact she had on everyone who met her, however briefly, I'm sure is that there is something every one of us can learn from her. These words of friends, colleagues and staff are extraordinary. Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I announce the Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery to be awarded posthumously to Claire Lamming.
By virtue of my authority as Vice-Chancellor, I admit Claire to the award of Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery.
Okay. Now, there's one final bit before the Vice-Chancellor speaks, and one thing that Claire would have wanted is for all of us to be celebrating the bit we're about to do. So, may I ask the students that have just been conferred to stand?
By virtue of my authority as Vice-Chancellor, I admit them to the awards for which they have been presented. Many congratulations.
Please be seated.
Can I start by congratulating you all once again on your fantastic achievements? Today, you can allow yourselves to be very proud of those achievements. You've been on a big adventure, and it will have challenged the way you think, taught you new skills, opened up new worlds, and set new horizons. You will also have undergone this huge transition alongside students from every part of society in the UK, and indeed from many parts of the world. The mix of students that we have here at Keele has increased as we've grown our student numbers over the last few years. We have more registered students here at Keele than ever before, with significant increases in international student numbers, as well as those studying for degree apprenticeships or studying fully online. This shows that different students take different routes into a university experience. But at its heart, a university education is a critical mediator of understanding of other cultures. And this is even more important when the biggest challenges of all that we face in society can only be solved through collaboration across academic disciplines and across communities on a global scale. This is not always easy, but whether you are a student from the UK or overseas, I hope that we have helped you develop a level of insight that will allow you to take an informed viewpoint, that will help you thrive in a world where civilized global interactions will be critical for a peaceful and equitable world. But what a journey you've been on. Whether you've been at Keele for 1 year, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, however many years it has been, your experience at university has been during a very turbulent time. The pandemic, economic crises, conflicts and natural disasters around the world have created an environment that will have had a genuine and significant impact on you and the people around you, either in your personal lives or here in the university. To keep going with your studies at a time of such huge uncertainty and stress in all around you is a major achievement. You may well feel that you missed out on some aspects of university life, but I'd like you to remember that you've also learned a lot from the experience. You will have a real chance to stand out from the crowd in many aspects of life. The adaptability, the resilience, and the determination that was needed to get you through your degree was absolutely astonishing. So when all of those things will be needed in the life that lies ahead of you, remember that you've been there, you've done it, and when things get tough in the future, remind yourselves what you have shown yourselves to be capable of doing. Indeed, the underpinning concepts around a Keele education relate to a university that believes in an education that prepares our students with a breadth of knowledge and a set of skills that will allow you to thrive in a very complex and uncertain world. This background will help you play your part in meeting the big global challenges and taking the opportunities that they present, with a confidence that will see you continuing the tradition of Keele students having a genuine impact on society. This may be through the professional lives that you undertake, or through the way that you live your own lives at a personal level. Looking after your own health, reducing the adverse effect that you have on our planet, and showing respect and concern for those in less privileged positions than yourselves are all important parts of being players in a forward-looking and civilized society. The months and the years ahead may well challenge some of these core beliefs, but the working together with others and providing support to one another that has got you through your degree here, and the challenges that you've already faced in your professional lives in some cases, will provide you with the framework to succeed. The mutual support between students and between the staff and the students is often quoted as one of the biggest things that makes Keele that little bit different from other universities. So you are well prepared. As I've said, you've been at a university at a time of great change that feels a bit unusual, but I regret to say that it is likely that it will become the norm. However, when situations change significantly, the value of a university education is to put you in a position where you can adapt to these changes and thrive in a modern society as you find it. The world will continue to change very quickly, but as graduates, you've developed skills to help you thrive in it, as long as you maintain a personal commitment to continuing to learn throughout your life. Just like you, the university has also had to evolve in various ways. It's important to us, for example, and for the reputation of Keele, that we run education and research alongside each other. This keeps our education up to date and our research grounded in what can really have an impact. This is why, in the last few years, we've developed 4 new research centres that also have skills and education as part of their remit. They are global health, sustainable futures, social inclusion, and a digital society. And I'm sure that you will all recognise that these are major challenges for the world, and through world-class research, we are genuinely making an impact on progress in these areas. We've also developed our education offer. The Harper Keele Vet School is a huge step forward for the university, and close to 100 new programmes are being developed that enhance our portfolio in established areas such as computing, business and various aspects of health, but also taking us into new areas such as the creative arts and sport. And some of these involve significant partnerships in the UK and overseas. But some of the most visible changes that you've seen while you've been on campus will be some of the buildings. From small but really important developments like the central area in the Chancellor's building, the critical co-op and the legendary Greg's, the new Harper Keele Vet School, for example, will include a full state-of-the-art veterinary hospital and practice. And Innovation Centre 7 will be the home for high-tech companies and our own Digital Society Institute. So we continue to enhance the campus with facilities that are at the cutting edge. I should also mention the energy park with 2 wind turbines, 12,500 solar panels, and that is producing 50% of our electricity. This is important for the university, but it is also part of how we can lead the way for society more broadly on the critical issue of climate change. This sits alongside a project called HydroPloy, in which the campus was used to test whether 20% hydrogen could be introduced into the gas supply. It can, and it can safely, and it can without consumers really noticing the difference. So that is now being rolled out in communities in different parts of the country. We take our responsibility for helping with the climate emergency very seriously indeed, and I do hope that all of you have developed a strong appreciation of the challenge and indeed what you might do about it. All of this is only possible because of the efforts of some fantastic staff here at Keele. And I am confident that you will recognise the efforts that the staff at Keele have exerted in order to help you through your degree. Our educators continue to receive national recognition in all sorts of ways, and they too have had to adapt to new ways of interacting with you and your studies, remaining totally committed to providing the highest quality education and the highest quality student experience. This is well demonstrated, for example, from the outcomes of our first full Ofsted visit that looked at our apprenticeship provision. These were just published 2 weeks ago, and with rankings of good overall with outstanding elements, we rank very highly amongst universities. So this is a university that we hope you will continue to be proud to be associated with, and that you will continue to think of as part of your personal future. You now join over 100,000 Keele alumni in all corners of the globe. Alumni demonstrate great value to each other and to the next generations of students through their networks and their links back to Keele. So please do keep in touch. Make sure we have your contact details, sign up for the Alumni Association, come back to visit us, and think about how you might want to give back to the university and future students. Your time and experience will be hugely valuable to us, and you may well feel that you wish to partner with us on various projects in the future. Next year is the 75th anniversary of the founding of Keele, so I especially hope that you'll be able to join us in some of our celebrations wherever you will be in the world. So that's it. You've made it. You're leaving here with a qualification that can't be taken away from you, one that people will respect the world over and that will open doors and opportunities to you. But now you need to make it work for you. You can afford to be ambitious. Indeed, you owe it to yourselves to be ambitious. It will be tough sometimes, but if you don't stretch and reach for what you truly, truly want, you will always, always regret it. I hope that you, our next generation of graduates, will have seen yourselves as part of a thriving university that has valued your presence, and you can now go out there and make a real difference. So with that, can I, on behalf of the whole Keele University community, give you, our new graduates, our heartiest congratulations and wish you good health, great happiness, and enormous success in everything that you now do. Thank you.
Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I present to you these candidates who have been found worthy to be admitted to the degrees for which they have been awarded. For the degree of Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, Bethany Lee. Luis Lopez. Isabel Lowry. Maxim Ludinia. Neve McGee. Zohar Mahmood. Tariro Manguero. Kim Mantio. Anu Matthew. Sarah McCarthy. Joe Medlicott. Eloise Mockler. Anna Mulroy. Atib Munir. Hussein Nadeem. Rahul Nahar. Sarah Namono. Amtul Noor. Elizabeth Ogunbeo. Gumilola Olaifa. Stephen Aputa. Kutsia Owasil. Reese Owen. Tara Pachu. Marido Pandey. Niharika Parapelli. Madalena Ioana Pasca. Nahid Patel. Veer Patel. Chanel Paul. Joshua Pettit. Ryan Paisner. Matthew Pottage. Zoe Powell. Faylene Quinn. Sai Ramesh. Mosca Rasul. Carlton Rowlands. Hannah Sani. Bryony Seedon. Anjali Shah. Gadir Shnawa. Kishaini Sivakumar. Alicia Smith. Callum Smith. Imogen Sinclair Baker. Chris Stevens. Danielle Strachan. Pablo Suarez Benitez. Amina Suleiman. Bhupinder Tande. Luke Thompson. Lara Tennant. Oliver Teavee. Yusra Urabi. Michelle Van Zyl. Ashvin Verdi. Chloe Watson. Kate Watson. Jabran Yousaf. Amber Yousaf. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Sarah Froggatt. Deborah Morgan. Sarah Jane Weston Hales. May I ask the students who have just been conferred to stand?
By virtue of my authority as Vice-Chancellor, I admit you to the degrees for which you have been presented. Many congratulations.
Please be seated. Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I present to you, in absentia, those candidates who appear listed in the programme who are not present.
By virtue of my authority as Vice-Chancellor, I admit them to the awards for which they are listed.
Okay, now, in a moment, we're going to be doing the affirmation. Now, we're very proud of all our graduates at Keele, including all of you here today, and we celebrate your achievements today and wish you success in your future careers. In a moment, I'll ask all MBCHB graduates to stand and say the affirmation with me, and also for any medically qualified staff and any medically qualified family and friends with us today to also stand and join us. This is a really, really special moment. I remember welcoming you all to your future profession that first Monday morning in September in the first year. A lecture theatre full of excited and nervous faces, not dissimilar to now actually, but slightly more nervous then. You won't remember me from that day, nor my cheesy ice-breaking quiz about the potteries and getting you to identify Robbie Williams and oatcakes and so on. You won't remember me, all that, but I remember you. Your journey from that day to today has included the biggest public health emergency we've faced for many decades, an emergency that put enormous strain on you, the staff helping you learn, and the teams providing healthcare where you were placed. When I look back, hopefully in several decades, to the pandemic, I will remember with pride and humility how you and other students in the school have approached the last 3 years, supporting each other, working exceptionally hard, and working with staff who have mirrored your efforts. When we first met on that Monday in year 1, I showed you a photo of the oldest surviving version of the Hippocratic Oath on which this affirmation is based, and said that you had changed as you'd walked through the doors of the David Weatherall building. You changed into professionals to be. Well, there's no longer any to-be's about it as of the last few minutes. You now form the latest link in a continuous chain that goes back 9,500 generations of doctors to the time when that oath was written. So another link in that chain. So we're going to try and read the affirmation together. It'll be a cacophony. It never quite sounds as beautiful as it might, but the important thing is thinking about the words we're saying. So if you and all medically qualified staff, friends, and family could stand to join me in saying the affirmation together. Now, so 3, 2, 1. I affirm that I will make the care of my patients my first concern. Treat every patient politely and considerately. Respect patients' dignity and privacy. Listen to patients and respect their views. Give patients information in a way that can enhance. Respect the right of patients to be fully involved in decisions about their care. Keep my professional knowledge and skills up to date. Recognize the limits of my professional competence. Be honest and trustworthy. Respect and protect confidential information. Make sure my personal beliefs do not prejudice my patients' care. Act quickly to protect my patients from risk if I have a good reason to believe that I or a colleague may not be fit to practice. Avoid abuse of my position as a doctor. Work with colleagues in the ways that best serve patients' interests. In all these matters, I will never discriminate unfairly against my patients or colleagues. I will always be prepared to justify my actions to them. Excellent. Well done. Please be seated.
It is an honour to be standing here today and to have the opportunity to speak at this ceremony. On behalf of Keele Students' Union, I want to say a massive congratulations to all of you. To our graduates, today is an opportunity to celebrate. What you have achieved is extraordinary. We are not only celebrating your academic success, but the development as individuals that you have experienced. For many of you, you entered university in the midst of a pandemic with virtual learning. Yet you persevered and formed lifelong friendships through Teams calls and social media, and had the luxury of being able to go to lectures in your pajamas. Even coming out of COVID and returning to in-person learning, you learned a lot too, like how some people still go to lectures in their pajamas. Most importantly, you learned that you could adapt and change. You threw yourself into university life, even if it wasn't what you expected at first. We've seen an increase in students working alongside their degree. Whether this is for extra income or for work experience, that is an achievement in itself. Finding the balance between employment and education is extremely difficult, and this commitment, time organisation, and determination will only further your success in the next stage of your life. From union staff, online content creators, shelf stackers, or even those balancing full-time employment, you have worked tirelessly, and you should be incredibly proud. Together, we have worked to elevate the student experience. advocating for positive change and driving initiatives that reflect our shared aspirations. We have organised events that brought us together, challenged norms, and fostered dialogue on the issues that matter to us most. Hopefully, none of you will ever have to deal with circuit laundry again. We have stood up for what we believe in and made our campus a place where every voice is heard, respected, and empowered. We are so proud to have seen you develop these voices, engage with other students, challenge your own perceptions, and most importantly, have a lot of fun. So many of you have taken part in extracurriculars over your time here. The roles you've taken on as committee members, student voice representatives, volunteers, and part-time officers have been invaluable to our thriving student community, not forgetting to thank those that came out to every Wednesday night and still managed to make it to their 9 a.m. Thursday lectures. As resident advisors, you selflessly helped our students on campus, and as ambassadors, you played a vital role in enhancing the Keele community. We hope that being a student at Keele and part of our Students' Union has given you skills, experience, and memories that will continue to shape your lives for years to come. Some of you may be pursuing further studies, entering the workforce, or embarking on a new pursuit. Regardless of your next steps, be guided by our shared experiences and your journey. We have the power to shape our futures. Now is your time. As you bid your farewell to your time at Keele, take a moment to reflect on the person you were when you first arrived here all those years ago. Think about how you've grown professionally and personally, the relationships you have built, the things you've seen, and the adversities you have overcome. The majority of you will not be the same person as you were when you arrived here. University is not just an institution where you get a degree. It's the foundation for the rest of your lives. I want to take a moment to thank those who helped you on your journeys. Your lecturers and course leaders, academic mentors, student experience and support officers, the library staff, and even the people in admissions who accepted you. Not to forget course mates who advise you on assessments, flatmates who listen to your problems late at night, and friends who convince you to do spontaneous activities. And notably, the family members who helped you through and gave you constant motivation, and in some cases, financial support. We cannot wait to continue celebrating your successes. We wish you good luck for the future and know you will thrive in any of your endeavours. It is time to pop the Keele bubble. Here's to the class of 2023.
So at the end of this ceremony, let us pause to give thanks in a moment of reflection or prayer according to your practice or belief. We give thanks for our university and recommit ourselves to its mission, that the tasks of education and research may continue to be carried out with integrity. We give thanks for the vision of our founding principal, Lord Lindsay, who directed that Keele exist for the pursuit of truth in the company of friends. The university's foundation also drew on the historic motto of the Sneed family, to thank God for all. May that spirit of friendship and thankfulness continue to be fostered by all at Keele. We give thanks for our graduates as they conclude this stage of their education. May their skills and qualifications be used for good in their communities and beyond. We give thanks for all staff who have taught and supported them in their learning. May they know the lasting impact their work has had and the change they have enacted in the lives of our graduates. We give thanks for families and friends present here and around the world. Let us acknowledge with gratitude and love the care and encouragement that they have given and continue to show towards our students. May we look forward with hope to the future, that the successes of this university and its graduates will continue to grow, that the gifts we celebrate today will be used fruitfully, that the world may become a better place. May I invite you all to please stand.
Graduates of the university, congratulations once again. I'm absolutely confident that you will all go on to do remarkable things and remain fine ambassadors for this great university. I wish you every success in the future, but for now, just have a fantastic day today. I declare the congregation closed.